What's up YouTube, and welcome to this Walking Dead video. Now, for me, this seems to be the best season since season 1. And now the episode was called Service, and there was a hell of a lot of fan service this episode. Now, we are careering straight to the actual issue we're on in the comics at the moment. So, really, issue 100 was the end of season 6 and the start of season 7. Now, a couple of issues later, we had Negan turn up at Alexandria, and when he raps on the gate, it was pretty much the same as in the comic. It was almost shot for shot. If you want to check out my Twitter, the link is in the description. I've got an image with a side-by-side there as well. I would put it in this video, but my Mac is not powerful enough to somehow overlay images over this video. Unfortunately, you've got the better video quality, you just haven't got the images to go along with it, sadly. But this is pretty much the same. Now, Michonne's character is pretty much the same as what Andrea was doing. Now, in the comics, Andrea did not die. She did not perish, and she got with Rick. This is the same as what Michonne was doing, and it is the same as what is going to happen. We're going to see her up in the bell tower, perhaps, when they ambush Negan. Now, once the whole Negan thing happens here, well, it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to do that, because Rick pretty much turned around and said, we're going to take him on. Which got to different kind of resolutions as we did in the comic, and it did not go too well. So, it's going to be cool seeing how that is all going to play out. I predict it's going to be pretty much similar, and then perhaps we're going to have the people come back from Ezekiel's kingdom, and then they'll have some sort of alliance thing go on, which is what I predict will be happening coming up. Now, I thought it was pretty stupid because in the episode that the guns went missing, because one of the best things in the comic, we saw Spencer actually try and bargain a deal with Negan, and, well, Negan does not like cowards, he does not like people who are treacherous, etc. He's pretty much wears his heart on his leather sleeve. So this is why Spencer got pretty much gutted. So I don't think they're going to be doing that going forward. I think he's going to probably work with Rosita or something like that. I think that's probably where that storyline is going to go. And Rosita will probably work with Michonne, and I expect that that will cause a lot of friction with Rick, who seems to want to have the status quo for now and see where this actually goes. This is why I thought the whole gun ledger thing was a bit stupid. It's a bit odd because, well, why would she give them the book and tell them, oh, this is exactly how much is in here? I find that a bit weird. I thought that was a bit jarring, didn't really work that well. But then they found the guns, and they found Spencer being a bit treacherous there. So there's weird things going on there, and that's setting seeds for moving forward. But the episode as a whole was pretty good. We saw Daryl, who is now the help. That is it. He's been given that jumper, and he's got to work with the other people who are excommunicated, kind of, in the Saviour's base. Now, I really did like this episode, like I said, as a whole. It was really, really enjoyable. Negan, they have got perfect. Now, I really didn't like what they did with the governor. I wasn't a fan of Morris's portrayal of him, because it was so far removed from what the governor was in the comics. And I think that they have learnt a big lesson here with The Walking Dead, and they have got Negan perfectly. I think this is also in due to Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Maybe it's because he is used to portraying a comic book character on screen, and with Watchmen he did the comedian. He got that perfect there, and also he is Thomas Wayne as well. So hopefully we'll see Flashpoint in the DCEU, and then we'll get to see him to portray the Thomas Wayne version of Batman. But that is probably why he has got this down to a T, because he is used to having a comic book adaptation, which the others haven't actually done before. So that's probably why, and he is absolutely perfect. Those lines he says are just, they hit them on the head. Now, also interesting, Beth is not, or not Beth, sorry, Rick's daughter is actually the product of Shane. So that's a big reveal there. And I would have thought that Michonne would have heard about Shane before. Maybe he didn't know that she's heard of him. I would have thought that one of them would have heard him, but there's a lot of people from the first season who are not still around. And I'm happy that with Carl, speaking of people who are still around from the first season, I'm happy that with Carl, we've got him sort of being a badass, just like in the comics when he he went into the Saviour's area and caused havoc, which is what the whole role of Daryl is doing. So that's changed, like I talked about last week on Easy Street, which is still in my head. We've also got the weird thing of Maggie. So Maggie is not gone. She's not dead. I think they dug an extra grave just to hide her from Negan, and she proves to be one of the best generals for Rick in the comics. So I think they want to hide her away so they can give birth, and then I don't know what's going to happen next with that. But at the end of the season 7 premiere, they said that, oh, can you take Maggie? So I think that this is a bait and switch and they're hiding her. So that's it for that video. Please drop a like, please do subscribe, and comment below with what your favourite part of this episode is. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.